Hi, this is Ron Martinson with ronmartblog.com again, and this time I'm going to show you some ridiculous amount of stuff that you can put into this bag if you really wanted to. This is the Rotation 180 by MindShift gear, and right off the bat I want to show you this little net. It's a pretty small bag. I showed it to you in the previous one. It says contact sheet. That's this huge sheet that I have down on the ground that's a little bigger than I can show you. But this is great for when you're out and you want to put your bag down on what's normally a muddy ground, and keep your bag clean or any of your stuff, or sit down for a little break. Get your gear out, do whatever you need to do, and then put it, when you're done, put that nasty thing inside this mesh bag so that it dries out, and keep it on the outside of your bag. And there's so many places you could put this in this bag. So let's start with my Jitso GT1541, I believe, tripod, and Really Right Stuff BH55 head. So, fits in here. This is one of 3 possible configurations. You can see on my blog article, some other ways to do this. This is, a new bag with no direction, so this is my way that I've been doing it, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways you could do it as well. And so I'm going to just go ahead and take this off right off the bat. But as you can see, you can hold your tripod on here. And like I mentioned, I've overstuffed this bag just to show you how much stuff that you can really put in here. So let's just start right here. Let's say you got your bag full of junk, but you still want to have your t-shirt. Well, there's your t-shirt right there, just in this little top compartment. And here's my keychain tethered on there along with my Swiss Army knife, which is kind of a funny thing to point out because this bag really is like a Swiss Army knife. It seems to have all sorts of gadgets. And then let's stand this guy up. And I'm going to actually put it back down for a second. So here in the side pocket, we have the rain cover, and what I want you to notice is that you could probably leave the rain cover at home. If I zip this up, you'll see that it's got this waterproof sealed zipper, and then the main zipper has this cover over it. So unless you're really going to be in some serious typhoon weather or something, you probably don't need the rain cover with you. But it's certainly a personal decision. And then let's go to this other side over here. And this is a huge side compartment. So just to demonstrate how huge it is, I put a Canon 580 EX2 flash in here, which I probably would never do that, but just to show how big it is. And I'm going to reach into this pocket. And it's a little snug, but I'm going to pull out, full-size set of jeans. So people say, I want to hold my clothes. Yeah, you can hold your clothes in here, no problem. There's still another pocket here that I could have put something in as well. I didn't even leverage that pocket. And then over here on the side, this is an expandable front pocket, and this is probably halfway utilized at best. I've stuffed in here your typical Northwest flannel shirt with a collar, so just tons of place to put your clothes and extras in addition to your gear. So up top here, I can open this flap up, and I have the compartment on the inside. I can open it up, and I can get to my camera inside here. I have a Pro body. It's a little snug, but this is a 1D Mark IV with a 7200 lens, and it goes in there. Like I said, you're not going to want to pull it out a bunch of times, but you can certainly get that baby nice and secure. And these zippers, they work well, but you gotta, get used to the new tabs, and you certainly need to align it straight, like any zipper. So I'm still getting used to that myself. On the inside here, turn this guy over. I've got it bogged down with an insane amount of gear, which is kind of a thing you wouldn't want to do for a hiking bag if you're really going on a hike, but if you're using it as your full-blown gear bag, then I'm trying to prove that you can hold a lot of stuff. So again, here's our view of our Canon 1D Mark IV and 7200 2.8 lens. I've tossed in for good measure a 24-105 and a 100mm macro. And there's rooms, for things like Hoodman loops and other stuff that I could possibly want to store in this inner compartment. And you don't really necessarily need to zip both of those. I'd probably leave it the other one unzipped and just zip this one if this were really being taken out in the field. So if I scooch this guy over and open this up, here's Hoodman loop, Canon 5D Mark III with a 24-70 2.82 lens that I just drop in there nice and snug. I've got flashlight, salt on cleaner, lens cleaner, and little microfiber. I've got my ND filter, my little reflector that I like to use for when I'm out in the field, 600 EX RT flash, and then here is a TSE 24 tilt shift lens. Fits in there no problem. It's a little bit more bulky lens than I typically carry. Here is my extra memory cards, my remote. So as you can see, you can fit quite a bit of practical stuff that you might want when you're out in the field inside this bag. My flash there was kind of blocking the zipper. And if I open this up, I can hold my polarizer. I do wish this pocket was a little bit bigger so that I could hold my ND filter as well, but it works. And then over here, this is this accessory. Now I imagine there's probably multiple places you can put this, but this switch case, I put it over here. And again, for fun, I showed that here's a 600 EX RT flash, and on the side of it, I have my Hoodman loop. That both of those, fit in there, nice and neat. Now, in this configuration that I've done here, you see the flash is a little bit snug. Well, that's no problem, because if I want to come down here on the bottom, I can zip this open and get another few inches of space. And with these exposed zippers, if you're worried about weather, well, fear not. This bag has its own little leather bag that just zips up nicely in the bottom. So, they've tried to think of everything. And this is a detachable bag. Naturally, when you have this on, this won't go inside the bag there, so you would need to remove it. But I wanted just to give you some ideas, some things you can do. There's even a little pocket right here on the side, which again, great place to put your Hoodman loop if you use one of those. And, pretty much everything you'd want in a camping bag, and really, nice urban bag to hold a lot of stuff. So again, MindShift gear, it's called the Rotation 180.